And we're back for game number 2 of our first semi-final series between NeMu and Rams. Race picker, I guess, versus Terran.
Yeah, so presumably we're going to see him play Process again, I would imagine.
I guess.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be another PvT, and hopefully NeMu can maybe bust out another interesting opening, but then follow it up a little bit more smartly. I think trolling time is over. I think NeMu needs to show us his A game right here.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I think 12nex might even be slightly better on this map because it is a little bit bigger. And if you really are afraid of an early attack, you can just take your back mineral only first instead of the natural. So it's quite good.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know if that would really help so much though, because it's still flat, so you wouldn't be defending the top of a ramp nonetheless.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I guess it gives you a bit more space. Because the thing is, it's harder to bunker rush the mineral. You can't bunker rush the mineral only. So if they wanted to bunker rush you, they'd like bunker rush the main, but then your probes are there. So
it kind of gives you 2 choke points, I suppose. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. It doesn't seem like it's too interesting gas anyway, so you just may as well.
That is an excellent point. This map might be right up his alley. So I guess we'll see. Going into game 2, guys. NeMu versus Rams. Alright, here we are in the second game. At the bottom left as the orange Terran, we have Rams. And at the bottom right as the peach Zerg, we have NeMu. Alright. So it looks like he switched races on us this time. I don't know if he's actually picked Zerg or he randomed it. I think we'll probably be able to tell from Rams' opening, like we did last game.
Yeah, peach. Yeah, I think so. I think it must be random, because why would you race pick different races against the same race? It's a little bit weird. So yeah, it must be a true random, and indeed it looks like that is the case. So Rams once again going to be in the dark. So let's see what NeMu can break out here.
Indeed, indeed. Looks like NeMu not going to scout correctly with his first Overlord, but
shame.
Not the biggest deal in the world in ZVT.
Peachy Overlord floating across in the wrong direction. I think we'll probably see another kind of surprise strategy right here from NeMu. Maybe something along the lines of a 9 pool, maybe?
Ooh, man, you really want those 9 pools, Elegant. Unfortunately, there is an Overlord making.
Oh, damn. I was watching the other side of the map. But I think the 9 pool...
Look at NeMu with the mind games. Sometimes I play 5 pool, but not this game.
So Rams knows that he's Zerg. Would Rams have known that already?
He might, I don't know, maybe he picked Zerg in the beginning or something.
This is weird. Okay, so I have no reason to imagine why he would have given it away anyway, but yeah. NeMu looking like he's not going to do a surprise.
So lonely. Aw, poor NeMu. I'll talk. Tupac just smacking him down. Oh man, Tupac. Dude, this guy just wants a little love, a little friendship. Tupac's just like, no,
Tupac
it's
just
frowned upon.
Full rule book on him. Oh god, he's just like, having a bit of a joke. No, that's discouraged.
I can just imagine NeMu being like, you know, a little 12-year-old kid, just like, oh, okay, do you want to play with me? And then Tupac just like pulls out a giant rule book and just smacks him across the face with it.
No, that's discouraged.
God, that was harsh.
Tupac, you could be really brutal when you try. He just wants a friend. NeMu just wants a friend.
Oh, by the way, we do have a double scout, so I don't know if that means he actually was random or he's just scared of an actual 5 pool.
Must be actually scared of a 5 pool. NeMu's mind game's paying off right now, because he. I know nothing about whether he was actually picking Zerg or whether he was random and then was just playing the extra mind games with the 5 pool suggestion right there.
I think he did know that it was Zerg, judging from the fact that it's a 1-Rax expand.
So he must be genuinely afraid.
You can 1-Rax expand in PvT, and it's actually not that bad on this map, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that NeMu actually picked Zerg. Anyway, it is just going to be a standard 3-hatch shenanigans from him, and we do see SCV about to build a command center here for Rams as well, so it looks like we could see a nice long TVZ. That's quite interesting, so you know, we're getting a best of 3, but with different matchups. I quite like this. Good variety.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. I'm loving the variety. It's what we're all about right here in the TLS. Nobody say anything different because it's true. We are now all about the variety. And looking like okay, we're actually going to have the third hatch in the main right now for Rams. Not for Rams, sorry, for NeMu. I'm not quite sure why you'd make the third hatch in the main instead of the mineral only. Although I guess the extra minerals doesn't really matter, does it?
I think it's a mistake. Possibly he just isn't that familiar with the map. I mean, obviously the players have, well, I would assume the players have practiced it, but the thing is, maybe if you haven't like watched any pro gamer VODs or anything, you don't know that that's, you know, what you're supposed to do on this map, so you just throw it in your main anyway, just naturally, instinctively. Especially since he's a random player, obviously he's splitting his time between all the races, so these kinds of little inefficient things or suboptimal plays I can understand from a randomer. Anyway, Ramp is going for a fast +1 build, as we've seen previously today that Project did, yes, against Flip very effectively. So presumably he's just going to throw up 4 or 5 barracks and be super aggressive as just like Project did.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be seeing, which is fair enough, and which of course makes for an interesting playstyle. So I'm always all for that. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, a mistake for NeMu not to make the hatchery at the back expansion, because whilst you don't particularly need the minerals, there's no actual good reason not to have them available. He's going for the slightly late link speed, but that's nothing too out of the ordinary, and already making up a sunken colony as well at his front. Whereas before we actually saw Flip manage to cut that out of his build order. So I guess just slightly less optimal, probably due to being a random player.
I actually just realized something. Statistically, this map actually favors Terran over Zerg. So I'm a little like if I was NeMu, I actually would have picked Protoss on this map again, just to at least get a balanced, it's a balanced map rather than having it favor my opponent.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually sure whether he knew that and still picked Zerg because he has some plan in mind, or maybe he doesn't care. I mean, the thing is, right, most of these statistics come from actual, Kespa pro gamers, so the balance and the way that maps play out is actually a lot different in the foreigner scene, because obviously the mechanics are complete, on a completely different level. So
yeah.
So the statistics don't necessarily actually reflect how the map is.
Yeah, especially because it's a combination of things like your mechanics can't be at the same level. The sheer level of build order planning and of game planning can't be at the same level as well. So it just doesn't quite add up. But there is still something in it, I think.
Ooh, that's cool. The bunker at the natural is like just under the comms. I was wondering why he built it that low. I was like, why doesn't he build it higher to make it part of the wall? And then it's actually so he doesn't block his comms set. Ooh,
that's neat.
Good.
And also
like
it kind of I wonder if this is a really weird question. I wonder if it's a complete block between concept and bunker, which would mean that bunker is much harder to surround by lings as well.
That would be interesting. It doesn't look like it is.
I don't know, because if you click the concept, the circle around it actually really overlaps with the bunker.
That is very true. I have no idea, Elegant.
That's kind of interesting. I've never asked that question before, and probably never again, but I'd be curious to find that out at least. Yeah.
One day, Elegant, one day you'll be off racing on the ladder, and the Zerg will try and ling bust you, and just because you knew that a comsat was tight with a bunker, you will win the game. It's gonna happen.
Well, here's hoping. Yeah, I think that's definitely a scenario that's on the cards. We do have the first little marine push coming out from Mr. Rams. So NeMu better be on his best behavior. He does already have the 3 sunken colonies. He's got a 4th sunken colony happening. Is this a 5th sunken colony?
Oh man.
It is. Oh, NeMu. You don't need that.
Why does? I mean, seriously, is that his mute is already popped.
Why
does he actually need that? Cancel that one. Cancel it.
He must be going super turtle. He must be going absolutely super turtle in order for this to be justified.
Maybe he's just freaking out because of the last game. He's like, oh my god, Rams is so good.
Oh no!
God, why? NeMu. I mean, I know you're hungover, dude, but seriously, watch your mutas, man.
Okay, that's why he moved 5 sunken colonies. Because okay, on average, I lose my first 3 mutas without killing a single marine. So I'm probably going to need those sunken colonies. And yeah, he probably did actually end up needing them. But he's going to be safe despite his pretty major gaff throwing away 3 mutas straight away right there. And he's going to be able to get into the Terran main and start doing some damage. But he needs to be a bit more careful on his micro. He loses yet another muta, another muta. Oh my god, NeMu, you are losing so many mutas right now. He has. Is that 3 mutas left? Yep, it's 3. Not looking too good right now for our Zerg friend.
It's looking very amusing for me though. I like NeMu. Can we seed him into like the next tournament or something? If he doesn't make it, can we just seed him? Because it doesn't look like he's gonna make it. But
That's
I kind of
so
want to
cruel.
see him play more games.
That's so cruel.
Dude, hey, he wants friends too, right? So next time I'll actually like go and obs his game and talk to him while he plays, and then we can be friends, and then he can give me amazingly funny games.
Yeah.
I think
So
he's
it's
dead
basically your
though,
pet.
because I don't see
Yeah.
any lurkers anywhere. Do you see any lurkers? Oh, it's not even
I
done
saw
yet.
Lurk attack,
Oh, it's not done. I
which
think
isn't
he's
finished.
dead.
So this might actually be enough Marines to just break the 5 Sun Quality defense which NeMu is so carefully set up. Not if you control your Marines like that, but you can afford to lose 1 or 2. It looks like he is preparing to go in. Here comes the stim, and he is possibly going to be able to make his way through these 5 Sun Colonies. 2 of them going to go down almost immediately. The first Lurkers are currently morphing in. 2 Sun Colonies go down, a third one about to fall as well, and they're not even killing Marines anymore. The Least coming in from the back, they're going to do literally nothing. No damage whatsoever sustained from the Terran right now. Lost 1 Marine, and that's it. The drones are coming off the line. They're going to be able to do absolutely nothing as well. NeMu is so entirely dead right now, and Rams barely even had to lift a finger.
Oh man, this is awesome, Elegant. If Rams goes to the finals, we get another Terran. We get another Terran.
do.
NeMu
Oh.
has left the game.
For real this time.
Wait, I thought he liked to talk to people. He didn't say anything at the end.
It looks like Talky NeMu is down and out.
I was expecting some kind of witty comment or something, but he just like, oh, out the game.
Seems like even NeMu can't handle that kind of defeat that well, and yeah, Rams looking too dominant in that game. I want Rams to be a bit more pushed than that in the next set of matches.
It's actually quite interesting because, I mean, Rams, you know, he used to be a crazy good player. I mean, he got 3rd in the first ISL, and it was a monster Terran. I think even back in like TSL2 era, he was very, very strong Terran. So yeah, you know, people were a little bit surprised that he wasn't doing that well in the qualifier so far, but I guess he was just waiting for this one, the 6th qualifier, to actually make it through. So, Rams has won 2-0. That means he is in the finals, and he has qualified for the TLS. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations indeed, and congratulations to you guys, because you're going to see another Terran in the next stage of the tournament.
Yes, racial balance.
It's good. Establish an equilibrium.
But we're not done yet, because we have 1 more semifinal match, as well as the finals match. So 2 more best of 3s coming at you guys.
At least one of which features Project. Just saying.
Exactly. The next match is going to be Project. I don't actually know his opponent yet, but I'll tell you guys after this commercial break.